Hello, students. I hope you're doing well today. I will be going over a similar problem to day 9's work today. So let's get started. So this problem is about a farmer who has a garden. Um, this is a sample problem that I made up. Let's say that the farmer has a garden that's 50 feet long and 16 feet wide. The first question asks, how much fencing would the farmer need to go around the garden? So we're trying to fence all the sides. Does anyone remember what we're trying to figure out by fencing the entire garden? If you said perimeter, you are correct. And perimeter is 2 times the length because we have two sides that are 50. So we're going to do 2 times 50. And we also have two sides that are 16. So we're going to do 2 times 16. 2 times 50 is 100. 2 times 16 is 32. And when I add these two together, I get 132 feet. So it's going to take 132 feet of fencing to go around the garden. I'm going to go ahead and talk about area in this problem because we're going to need that for letter C. So does anyone remember the formula for area of a rectangular garden? If you said length times width, you're correct. So length times width. So we are going to do 50 times 16, which is 800. And this time it's going to be feet squared since we're trying to get the entire inside of the garden. Okay, so that would mean like maybe he's putting grass. So he would need 800 feet squared to cover that area. Okay, it doesn't ask us to do the area, but like I said, we're going to need that for letter C. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's go to letter B. It's asking if the farmer were to put a diagonal line connecting two corners of the garden, how long would the line be? So let's look at that. So maybe the gardener wants to put lights from one side to the other side. And if you look closely, it creates two equal, I know I didn't draw very well, but it creates two equal right triangles. And does anyone remember from last year you learned something about right triangles to find the lengths of the sides? Does anyone remember? If you said Pythagorean theorem, you're correct. It says a squared. That's a really bad A, so let me redo that. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And A and B are the legs. It's this part and this part of your triangle. So that's our A, that's our B. And we're trying to find the hypotenuse, the diagonal, C. So we're going to substitute those numbers in. A is 16 and B is 50. And squared both of those, and that's going to give me C squared. And this is just a side note. It doesn't matter which one you made A and which one you made B. Okay? So as long as you substitute correctly. So then we're going to square 16 and we get 256. And I'm going to square 50. 50 times 50 is 2,500. Excuse me. And we're going to add these and we get 2,756 is equal to c squared. To undo a square, you're going to have to square root both sides. And if you're using, because I don't have a graphing calculator at home, so I'm just going to use my phone. If you turn your phone to the side, it gives you a square root button on there, okay? So when I do that, I get 52.49. And I'm going to go ahead and round to the nearest tens place. So the 9 is going to make the 4 round up to 52.5 feet. So he's going to need a cable that's 52.5 feet. We're done with part B. Let's go to C. And I'm going to erase some of this stuff so I have enough work space. Okay, so on part C, what if the gardener is trying to downsize and he was going to decrease each side by 50%? How would the area and the perimeter change? So instead of 50 feet, we would now have half of that, which is 25 feet. And instead of 16 feet, you would have half, which is 8. So let's find the perimeter. Once again, it's the outside. So we're going to have to multiply 25 by 2. And we have to multiply 8 by 2 since there's 2 sides that are 8 and 2 sides that are 25. And we get 50 plus 16, we get 66 feet squared. No, sorry, feet. Oops. Okay, so looking at 66 feet and 132 feet, what happened? Do you see a connection? If you said 66 is half of 132, you are correct. It is half. It changed it by half, the perimeter by half. Do you think it's going to do the same thing for area? Let's see what happens, okay? So let me erase this really quickly. So area is still length times width. So we're going to do 25 times 8. And we get 200 square feet. So let's look, we had 200 and our original was 800. Is it half? No, it's not half. Do you know how much it changed? If you said by 25%, this is 25% of 800, you are correct. You could also say it changed by a fourth. So it got smaller, 4 times smaller, okay? I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, please email your teacher, your math teacher. I hope that this problem helps you out, okay? Good luck and hope to hear from you soon. Bye.